What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, back again with another retro figure review. Yeah, that's right, I said retro, and I say retro because today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Beast Wars Retro Scorponok. Yes, I managed to pick this up at a decent price. This was not thanks to our friends at Planet Toys. However, you should definitely go check them out, to which I will leave a link in the description down below, where you can check out Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, where you can find a lot of Transformers for all of your Transformers needs, regardless of what they may be. So, anyways, firstly, in terms of the packaging, they truly were just going for a reissue of all of the Beast Wars. They were in the middle of doing the Generation 1, and then somebody got a wild hair up their ass and said, hey, you know what we need to do? We need to do Beast Wars. What's coming up next in the line? Let's do, you know what? We got Kingdom going on next. We got Kingdom going on. So let's do something very clever with that. Let's do something clever with that. Let's do the Beast Wars reissues. I saw this guy go for $40. Then I saw him go for $25. Then I saw him go for $15. Then I saw him go for $11. And that is the lowest I've seen this thing go in my life. Now, we're going to move away from the packaging because obviously it's Beast Wars packaging. You got that eye there with Scorponok's image there on the side, Scorponok on the front, on the bottom here, on the top here. You know what's weird? I did not know Kenner made these. I really did not know until later. But anyways, then you've got his collector card that you were supposed to cut these out and keep just the collector card. You weren't supposed to keep the whole box, but you were supposed to keep just the collector card. And then on the top here, it shows you all of the weird things that he does. So, yeah. Moving the box off to the side. And bringing the figure in for analysis. Now, if I may be so bold as to say, this figure is almost garbage. These Beast Wars figures, original Beast Wars figures to be precise, they were garbage. They were true garbage town, man. They were real garbage town. Like, they were so gimmicky. They just did not have anything going for them. The one thing that this Scorpion mode does that obviously you can do in robot mode, because he transforms in a couple of steps, which we will get into in a minute, but we're going to take a look at some comparisons with this guy in a minute. But just really, all in all, just they were trying to go for like some sort of look, and it obviously sort of worked. I mean, maybe cartoon accuracy, maybe not cartoon accuracy. I don't know. But that being said, let's get into some scale comparisons, mainly the Kingdom stuff. So obviously, if you could see the very first thing that I just had there, here he is next to Kingdom Scorponok, and obviously this guy is dinky compared to this guy. So, yeah. Here he is next to Golden Disc Collection Pterosaur. And like I said, you can clearly see how dinky these things are compared to this. Which is kind of funny in contrast because the original Beast Wars characters were smaller. Here he is next to pissed off at the audience all the time. I'm not pissed off at the audience all the time. He is. He just has that look on his face. Just only a face that everybody can hate. So, yeah. And here he is next to the other retro release that I have. The only other retro release that I've got. Here he is next to the retro release of Cheetor. So. And like I said, these things were mainly meant to hold a gimmick. This guy's gimmick was a water cannon, and obviously his mask, but we'll show off his mask in a moment. But you were supposed to take this, soak it underwater, and you had yourself a little squirty water gun on the back there. And if you can get this back on place, there we go. But yeah, he has that. This guy has multiple different things. But the one built-in feature that this guy does have is he does have a scorpion tail thingy. You can totally try to take advantage of. It's very, very stiff. You do need 2 hands for this. So there you go. So there's that. He has missiles in one of his claws. You don't want to move him too. Don't want to push this up too far, because if you do, these things are pretty heavy, spring loaded. Let's shoot that into my hand. Okay. Felt like I was going to take somebody's eye out back there. But these things are pretty pressure activated, so I mean, we're going to remove these for the entire review because I don't want this thing hitting it and launching these all over the place, so you'll understand why. So, next feature he's got, like I said, works in robot mode. You push this lever back and it ejects the little bee from that one episode. Like that one very specific episode. Yeah. And to fold it back up, you just fold this up, close up the claw like that. Basically move this out of the way. Come back here, find the hole where this launches out from, and make sure it just snaps back into place or clips back into place like so. And come on. You're going to stay in place. That's what you're going to do. Stay in place. There we go. No. I said stay in place. There we go. This thing, like I said, these things were garbage. And you can clearly see why. So now that we've done all of the things and shown off all of the features, we're going to transform this guy. And this guy's transformation, like all of the Beast Wars figures, were pretty simple, pretty basic, and pretty easy. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to this head section and just pop it down. There are 2 pegs right here that go into holes right there. So you're going to come with these legs, bring them out, rotate them up, take this whole tail section, bring it back like that. Just make sure it stays put. Do the same thing on the other side. Bring these up and around like so. Do the same thing on the other side. And then you're going to basically, there's a hinge in here where you're going to take this whole bit, bring it up, do the same thing on the other side. Make sure the legs stay down. And basically you're just going to make sure that stays there. Bring up the head that's hidden in this little hollow section of the tail. There's a little peg section here. Going to bring this all the way up, and there's a hole right there in the middle of the chest where this peg section is going to go in. So you just bring this whole section up, and come on, there we go. And just peg it into place like so. Rotate the tail, close in the legs, bring down the claws, fold out the toes, fold down the heel spurs like that. And if you really want to, you don't have to, but you can open up the mask, and there you have the cartoon accurate head, or somewhat cartoon accurate head. So yeah. And there you have Scorponok in his robot mode. And he's beautiful, sort of, kind of, really. He's just an ugly piece of plastic that came from the 90s. Yes, you did hear me say that correctly, because he is a very ugly piece of plastic that came from the 90s. So, yeah. Anyways, the tail strike thing still works in robot mode. I just don't feel like messing with it because things will go out of place. And like I said, it's an old figure, so a lot of these old figures were kind of trash. And and I keep saying they're trash because, I mean, just look at this design. Like, who in their right mind was on drugs when they came up with this? Clearly, this is the more superior idea that you need to go with. Kenner I know you were trying to do your rights by making sure everything was okay, but there's a massive difference here. So that being said, they're getting into scale comparisons. Here he is next to Kingdom Scorponok, and as you can clearly see, dinky, not dinky, but also accurate, not accurate. So, and here he is next to Voyager class, pissed off all the time. He's not pissed off at you, he's just pissed off all the time. I've come to this realization, people. Here he is next to Golden Disc Pterosaur. And finally, here he is next to the other retro release, Cheetor. And honestly, hindsight being what it is, these two figures are not bad, but if I saw them at a local flea market for a couple dollars for both of them, I'd pick them up complete. But if I was to find these at a thrift store, I would not waste my money on them. If they were originals, yeah, I'd waste more money on them. But because they're not, I'm not really all that into these. So that being said, where can you pick this up? You can pick this up at Ross, but if you want to pick up something else at a different store, you can always check out Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, and you can check out OptiNation Reviews, and I will leave a link to his channel and the website of Planet Toys down in the description below. And this is Thomas701 saying, don't forget to subscribe to OptiNation Reviews, Beastman Reviews, Patrick with the Y, Bravely GG, iStar552, Take Along Productions, Jordy's Railfan Videos, Riveted Reviews, and Riveted Railfan. And don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.